Hi, Betty Tyler. If you will, guys, state your name.
So my name's New Day with TNG. I'm an artist. Working on some new music.
Ulysses Diaz, CEO of TNG and New Day's manager.
And I'm Cheryl Banks, also known as Spanky, the protege of Miss Betty Tyler.
Oh, they slow. Okay. We're here today because we're going to talk about social wellness. And I'm going to come on this side to make sure we're all forward. I don't know if you guys had opportunity to look at the website or anything, did you?
I looked at it.
You looked at both sites?
I looked at one site.
This one, which one did you look at? The
one that you sent
AIC?
me, the one that you texted me.
The AIC?
I believe so.
Okay.
It was social wellness.
Yeah, both of them are.
Okay.
But if you will, let's talk about what you're trying to do here in Las Vegas.
Okay, so pretty much this goes way back when we were like, how old were we? How old were you when you first got signed?
When what? After got signed?
Yeah.
Man, I was in 2008, 2009.
Okay, so since 2008, he was signed to a very small label. Okay, so we hopped on that, and it was like, you get signed right away. Usually you go through a long process, a lot of struggle. He got signed right away just out of town. The record label was, it wasn't very solid. There was a lot of shadiness going on around it, and people, ego struggles and things like that. So eventually it fell out, and that taught us a lot about the industry and how they control you, how they make you, truth be told, everything fell out over one lyric because they were like, you can't say that because someone else is gonna say that. And he was like, yo, if you guys change my music, then I'm no longer an artist. So, long story short, that happened. Once that happened, me and him were like, we were there, we're not gonna let it go. So we stuck to it. 2008. Since then, we've been homeless. We've lived in the streets. We've literally had nothing but our dreams, and we held on to that, and now it's finally paying off. You know how they say hard work pays off, persistence, faith, People hear it and they're like, that's BS, that's BS. But if you wait out the course, because people go through it 1-2 weeks and they're like, this is too hard, it can't be like this.
Quit already.
You go through it a couple years, you're gonna be like, okay, this takes time. It's patience.
Yes.
Sacrifice.
Pray until something happens.
Yeah.
Push. Yeah. So
yeah.
So we held on, and we told everybody, like, we're gonna make it. Everybody always told us. We went to high school together. After high school, we went to the Marine Corps together. And after Marine Corps together, we created TNG. And said, we've been together since we were kids, and we've seen Vegas, and we know that this city is next.
I never seen so many
And that
people
records?
come out and be racist in the last 20 years of my life. I was 26 years old. When I was younger, I seen a lot of it. As I'm older, people aren't really as openly racist anymore. And Trayvon Martin was a shocker to the nation.
The presidential election was racist.
It was, but it wasn't like this. When the whole president thing, I'm on social media. I have a lot of friends. My social media wasn't doing what it did like for Trayvon Martin. There was nobody attacking each other. But Trayvon Martin, people began to attack each other.
Right.
That's when you look at that, then you realize, wow, we haven't seen this in a long time. We didn't see Watts riots was years ago. We haven't seen this, and who would have thought this could still happen? So it's not even, at the end of the day, Trayvon Martin, he's a martyr. This isn't really about Trayvon Martin. He was just a face that was just like, boom, look at this. And like she said, like Al Sharpton, they used him as a tool to make themselves popular. No, I'm gonna stand behind this. But in reality, it's, I feel for Trayvon Martin, I feel for his family, but it's not about Trayvon Martin. It is about what the Trayvon Martin situation exposed.
What it said, it didn't expose what? It exposed that America, what you're saying, it exposed what I told you all about within the 6 months of the 14 murders of people in Memphis, Tennessee. About all the names that you can sit up and list of all these murders that are happening every day that show the form of mindset of America.
Because I'm numb. I'm numb here. It's like, and We've been
Yes.
going through this shit forever. So
Yeah.
what?
And a lot, and
People don't realize that.
And
Yeah.
Trayvon Martin.
And
And the
you
kid,
know-
the man that they shot up in the car, here in town, when his wife was white and they killed him. And the boy up at Sunrise Mountain, and they
So,
shot him because he
America.
picked his head up. I mean,
America.
seriously, this is what happened. This is from the beginning to the end. These things are gonna happen because this is the way the world works.
And the thing is
People
about
don't believe it.
about
They're blind
that,
to it.
the
Yes.
feeling that you have, that emotion that you're having is because unfortunately there's ignorance and there's bandwagons, and because of ignorance and bandwagons, everyone's talking about Trayvon, not really knowing what they're talking about.
Yes.
And that's why they have people that have seen it for years be like, what's
Yes.
new?
Right.
And it's because you see all these people right here talking about just because it's a trending topic,
They're
because you can
stupid
throw
to
a
me.
hashtag on it and
Yes.
your message can be on top of the Twitter feed.
Yes.
Whereas people like us were like, okay, this is just a wake-up call.
Yes.
This has been happening and it's going
Yes.
to continue to happen.
I have a
unless we
son
do
who's
something.
30 years old.
Mhm.
I have always had an attorney on on file in my phone. I come from the family I come from. My father was a pimp. I come from that background, so I already know the plight of the black man. So I'm already ahead of the game. If something happened to my son, I say, go get my son. That's all, because this is corporate America. Money talks and bullshit walks.
Yeah.
And that's the
look,
same thing I'm
And
looking for.
it all wrapped back into this, social wellness. Because there was a time when you just knew if you were a certain nationality, you don't walk down a
Racial
dark road
profiling.
by yourself. But we don't have that what you say. It was not public.
Yeah.
See, it's the most dangerous kind. Now it's like
But it's my reality.
yeah. But what we're
might
saying is
not be
this
yours
time
and
is
yours,
even
but
more
it's mine.
treacherous.
It's all about reality.
It's more treacherous now. It's like the poison gas that you don't smell in your house, but it's more dangerous than anything.
Yes,
That's gonna
because
take
don't
you
know
out.
where it's coming
That's
from.
right, and that's what we were telling you. The generational gap. That common sense is not there because you're not socially well. You don't know your history because most of it's been covered up. So since it's covered up, you don't know the danger. You can't see it. You can't protect yourself against it. You can't see it. You can't feel it. You can't smell it. You don't know it's there. So unless somebody guides you and show you, see this right here? This where this came from. Well, what if I don't see it? But if you see this happened, that happened, and this happened, then it came from there. See, that's where you got it from. And that's what we're trying to do with social wellness. We're trying to do it, and the civil rights veterans that cared, the ones that were behind the trees, the ones that didn't lie, they really were in the movement. See, you got people that were in the movement that really weren't there. Said they were there, they weren't there.
Tell them who I put you on the
And-
phone with today.
You're talking about Andrew? Okay. And yeah, that's one of the stories that we're gonna tap in. It's all of these, what's Andrew's last name? He's German.
He's German.
Andrew's family story is about the Germans that helped some of the slaves escape on the Underground Railroad. Now, mind you, social wellness is in Memphis, I called, you guys responding, but I'm talking about that Underground Railroad, that train. So this train been moving, she connected me with Andrew.
Because I'm friends with him over 15 years, and about a month ago, 2 months ago, I looked at him and I said, there's something about you. There's a certain air like an aristocrat. You know, the way you speak and how you carry yourself. Now this kid was beat up. He's has an alternative lifestyle, and he was beat up by a group of black men and left for dead. Black kids, hate crime against that style. And then he told me about his family. He said, well, my family had to leave Texas for 15 years because they helped the slaves escape during the times of the Underground Railroad.
And the railroad is still
That's
moving.
deep.
It's still moving. The TV show that I have that I'm creating for social media is called Arize to Social Wellness. It talks about getting on the people train. All of these are things we'll be talking about because it's how we're going to package these things and hit them out into different areas. I don't know what you were talking about the monopoly piece, but oh yeah.
Mhm.
This is about, that's why I said every city must have a team.
Mhm.
Because just like President Obama's campaign, everyone gonna do the same thing.